Once upon a time, in Western Africa, a young girl was captured by slave traders. She was carried to the fort, which was the holding ground until the ships came. Once the ship came, she and several hundred other Africans were placed on this ship, chained together in rows on the decks of the ship. I cannot imagine the terror and horror that she must have experienced, taken from her village, not knowing what was going on, and put on this same strange vessel for a voyage that she knew nothing about. Typically, the slave ship took 6 to 8 weeks to travel from Africa to South America or North America. Eventually, this slave ship, after having undergone losing a good part of its cargo to disease, even some slaves committed suicide by jumping off the ship. Some committed suicide by self-imposed starvation, even though they were beaten in order to encourage them to eat so that they would be a live cargo when the ship reached its destination. But finally, this ship arrived in Charleston, South Carolina, and our young slave girl was sold on the dock to a planter from South Carolina named John Martin. She was given a slave named Tracy, and away she went to the plantation. Tracy had a daughter somewhere later. We think about 1810, because it was 1799 when she was sold in Charleston, South Carolina. And that child was named Katie. The father of Katie's children was the grandson of the plantation owner. His name was Robert Martin. And she had 4 boys and 2 girls. The boys were Benjamin, Moses, John, and Jerry. The girls were Vera and Ella. At that time, the fashion, of course, was to sell slaves or beat them in order to get them to do the labor that was necessary. But there was an interesting thing that happened with this particular set of slaves. They were taught to read and write and to compute, either by the owners and by their mother, who had already been given that skill. After the Civil War, Robert Martin, the grandson, did a somewhat unique thing. He gave all of them their freedom, and he gave the boys 600 acres of land to divide up between them. They did that and became owners of land. Not only that, some of our ancestors, due to the change in law after the Civil War, were elected to office. Moses, for instance, was a state senator of South Carolina. Prince was a county commissioner, and Benjamin was a legislator. In their prosperity, Benjamin, Moses, and the other brothers built the first black church in South Carolina, Whitehall. Many of you who have been to Jenkinsville have seen the church and the cemetery that's just across the street. And it is simply amazing to walk that cemetery and to see their gravestones with those years that I just recited to you etched in stone. The Martins began to prosper. They were businessmen. In fact, one of them converted 200 pounds of cotton to 283 acres of land. So they did well, which was a different experience than most former slaves had experienced. That is our heritage. That is from whence we come. Today, the Martin family stands strong. We have had 44 reunions in various cities around the country. We number some 7,000 persons in terms of those who originally, in one way or another, are part of Katie's project. And we have, of course, educators and elected officials, engineers, scientists, ministers. All the professions are represented in the Martin clan. It's a wonderful heritage that we have. And it probably is the reason that I can stand here at this brunch in Detroit, Michigan on December 11, 2010 and make these kinds of statements because of the things that were done by our ancestors before us. So that's our heritage, and we want it to be passed down among our youth so they will understand and know that they came from obviously strong beginnings. To survive that voyage, the slave girl had to be strong. And so we can say today, from slave ship to spaceship, the Martin family is strong, strong, strong. Hail to the Martin.